Melinda again, and this time I'm back with a review of not one particular product in particular, but of a couple products I have recently acquired that have really gone to the top of my list. Some of these products are fairly new, and some of them have been out a while, but hey, I'm just trying them now. And for those who haven't tried them yet, let you know that they're great. If I'm showing them on this video, it's because I've fallen in love with them. So, one of my first and maybe my most favorite is the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid. Now, I know most women who wear makeup out there are very much aware of the Maybelline Master Strobing Stick. And I have been in love with the shade Light Iridescent for as long as it's been out. I mean, literally to the point to where I always have a backup in my backup makeup drawer so that I never run out. Like as soon as I open the backup, I buy a new backup. So when I saw that it came out in liquid form, I almost had a heart attack. I had to buy it. And the two places that I've seen it so far was Walmart and CVS, and in both places, I've only seen it in the light iridescent shade. I'm gonna assume they have it out in the darker shade as well, and maybe they were just sold out because the first time I saw it. I saw the ad on I just saw the picture ad on the shelf. The shelf is sold out. And then when I bought this one, this was the very last one on the shelf. So it just could be that they're flying off. But anyway, enough rambling. Let me show you why. This is even better than a strobing stick. And like combined together, it's like, wow. Alright, this is, now this, I know once again, I have really bad lighting, but this, just dab it on my fingers. You can tell, absolutely gorgeous. And just so you can see a little bit better, I'll just do a swatch on the back of my hand. Like, it is just this beautiful pink, white, pinkish white iridescent that is just so bright. It's so, I mean, they really stepped their game up. I mean, the quality of this product is up there with the higher price brands that I've spent money on. I really don't know if you can see, but I mean, it is gorgeous. The consistency is not too thin, it's not too thick. So when you do go to put it on, generally I just do exactly what I did there. I use my fingers and I'll dab it into my skin. I might rub just a little bit, but mostly I dab. But even if you do like rub, it's not so thick that it moves your foundation or disturbs any of your other makeup. Perfect consistency, beautiful color. So anyone who is a fan of the strobing stick, you have to go get this. It's even more beautiful than that. So, on to the next. And I know Milani Baked Blushes have been around forever. I have spent so much money. I've bought about 20 different blushes and at least over the past year trying to find just the perfect shade for me. I'm very fair skinned. Like when I buy foundations and all that, it's the color it's always classic ivory or porcelain. A lot of the times, depending on the brand, I even have to get as late as porcelain. Now I also own this in the shade Luminoso, and that is a very pretty shade, don't get me wrong, and it's not bad for my skin tone. Like it still look like it doesn't look real harsh or too dark for my skin tone. It just wasn't what I was looking for, so I decided to pick up the Dolce Pink, and this my search is over. I don't I'll never have to buy another brand of blush again because this is the most gorgeous blush I've ever put on my face, like powder wise. I've mentioned in previous videos that I always layer my blush. I have a mousse blush. It's like it's a mousse blush. And I have a couple of the HD liquid blushes, and I always put them on in the beginning, and then the last step before like highlighter and stuff, I put a powder blush on top, and that just ensures that I have color on my cheeks all day long. And I think with this I could probably even skip the liquid cream mousse whatever blush I choose to wear as the base that day, but it's a habit, so I probably never will. I'm gonna try and swatch it so you can see it's really gorgeous. It's just this beautiful, soft, natural pink color. It does have just a tiny amount of like gold sparkle in it. Not so much to the point to where you look like a disco ball or that it's even noticeable. Just enough to where it gives your skin this luminous look. So as you can see, it's a real soft pink, and with my skin tone, it is just beautiful. It looks so natural on me. I can't get over it. It is so long lasting. I put it on around 7 o'clock this morning. Have not reapplied, and as you can see, hopefully, I still have color, in my cheeks. So that was definitely a favorite. This is a newer product in the market. And I don't even know what. Oh, I know what made me pick it up. I've always I'm a translucent powder girl all the way. I love my Coty Airspun, and I really like the Bare Minerals matte and matte and glow duo translucent powder. Even though that's a pressed version that came in a BoxyCharm last month, but I'm a usually my Coty Airspun translucent powder. Boom, that's it. Now the thing is, I do not reapply my foundation tint, whatever I'm wearing that day, whether it be tinted moisturizer, foundation, BB cream. I don't reapply the liquid stuff during the day. If I have to redo my makeup to go somewhere that same night, I literally start from scratch. And then I was reading about this new Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin, and I decided to give this a shot. And I got it in the color. I tried the porcelain and the classic ivory. Classic ivory was a little too dark for my skin, so I had to go with porcelain. And this is absolutely amazing stuff. I tried it in the drugstore with the powder puff, but normally I'll use my little travel brush with me. And with this, if I'm looking at my face and visibly have places where I've sweated off, or where my foundation or tinted moisturizer has worn off, this stuff, oh no, let's see, I'll do it on my nose, my T-zone, see, this, you just put this on, and I don't know if you can see, and it literally goes on your skin, it looks like, it literally looks like you freshly applied your foundation. And And trust me, I've never ever been a big fan of colored pressed powders, like, at all. This says skin transforming powder with I can never pronounce this, salicylic acid. It's supposed to Its first powder was salicylic acid that wears all day, improves skin's look, reduces the appearance of imperfections, pores, and unevenness. And it really does. Like, it covers my skin as well as my tinted moisturizer foundation. It doesn't sit like a powder on your skin. It doesn't settle into any lines, pores, or anything like that. It's just like a smooth. It's almost as if you put like a really good primer underneath and then applied foundation. It's just a smooth application, looks natural, and then you can go ahead and touch up your blush, highlighter, and all that stuff if you need to after this. So this has really quickly become like a staple in my makeup bag wherever I go now. Okay, so moving on. Now I know I didn't do my videos last month where I unboxed my Ipsy and BoxyCharm, but I ended up, like, I don't know what happened, but I ended up getting them both, like, really late, and like almost at the end of the month, and I was just frustrated, a lot going on. But this month I'll be doing 3, because this will be my first month with Sephora Play as well, so I'll do my BoxyCharm unboxing, and then I'll do Ipsy and Sephora together. The Ipsy versus Sephora, which one's better. But this is one of the things that came in the BoxyCharm box the month of July, and it's an eyeshadow palette by Blank, and they teamed up with BoxyCharm, so this is especially for BoxyCharm, and these are 5 of the most gorgeous shades ever. I'm going to swatch them real quick for you. They're all metallic shades. And this is just dry with my finger. Now when you spray your brush with like the e.l.f. mist and set or water or something, the intensity is just like, wow. Like, this is, they are so buttery. They just glide on. They don't crease. They have a good staying power. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. Just this eyeshadow palette alone made the $21 I paid for BoxyCharm last month worth it. That's not to mention the other products. But that, like, I've been catching myself reaching for that like almost every day for my lid color. I don't know if you can tell if it's worn off a lot, but I do have one of the darker bronze shades with the purple right in the middle. Alright, moving on real quick. I recently acquired this. I have the Urban Decay Nocturnal Shadow Box, and I really like that, especially that shade Lounge, that green, like, duochromatic shade. But I just recently obtained the Urban Decay just Shadow Box, and I love this even more than the Nocturnal Shadow Box, and I think a lot of that has to do with it has the color Sin, and I love the color Sin as a highlighter. It is the perfect highlighter. But it's a beautiful palette overall, and like having both the palettes, I don't believe that. Yeah, I think there's one repeat color in both the palettes, and that's the blackout. I think that's the only repeat color. So, both palettes have all the different shades. This palette has the first color is First color is Sin. That's the highlighting color I was telling you about. The color is good as a highlighter. Next to that is a green color called Indo. And this is a really nice green. I mean, these are a lot more pigmented than what these swatches are coming out to look like. This color is called Bordello. And that's a really nice purplish copper color. Very nice. This color is Tornado. It's one of the two purples in this palette. And I really, I don't know if you, let's see, you can tell. It's like, it's got this depth to it that makes it look almost like lounge. It's not like a shiny duochrome to where it's like obvious, like shining two colors, but it's just got this depth that no other eyeshadow I've seen has, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Next to that is Smog, and that's a nice metallic color. Now there is not one, I think Blackout is the only matte color in this entire palette. That's the only thing. I always have to go to one of my either my Too Faced Naturals palette or something for appropriate transition color. So that's Blackout. Now this is Flash. This is the second purple, and this does like have like two different colors to it. Kind of. Or was that Tornado? Let me see. Either way, it's a really nice purple. It's like you can see, it just has a depth to it, like the Tornado does. It's a little bit lighter than Tornado, but it's got like this depth to it, and it's very eye-catching, and it really does look beautiful in the eyes. The gray in this palette is Mushroom, and in the Nocturnal shadow box, I believe it's the color's Armor, and that gray in that palette box is a little bit more depth to it. The next one we have in here is Lost, and that's a shimmery brown. And then here is one of my favorites in this palette, and it's called Free Love. Let's see, get it real good. You see that? That is a gorgeous color. It's a cross between like red and orange. And as with the two purples, it just has a lot of depth to it. It's one of my favorite colors in a whole palette besides Sin. And again, that's called Free Love. And then the blue in this palette is called Mushroom. And it's nothing, I mean, it's a pretty blue. This one's nothing impressive. I mean, but it does have that, like, depth that Urban Decay shadows tend to have. And I've really come to respect Urban Decay eyeshadows. I used to stay away from because I was never a big fan of their Naked palettes, which were like so huge. So I kind of stayed away from Urban Decay, but now I'm really coming to have a whole new respect for them. The last color there is called called Baked Cowboy. And I know a lot of people are familiar with this color. Let me swatch this somewhere else. It's a pretty popular color of theirs, and it is. It's a very pretty shimmery metallic gold. And they're all the colors. I actually got this on sale. Ulta had this on sale for $18, I think, and that's when I picked it up. So I got that Urban Decay palette for $18 on sale at Ulta. There's the front of it, and then it comes in the box, as you know they normally do.
My cereal, my bowl.
Alright, next one has been around for a while. Everybody knows about Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kits. I really have my eye on the Aurora one. I want that so bad. But I actually had this sitting around for forever, but I just like literally just took like the plasticking off of it. It's the Moonchild Glow Kit, and I didn't know what I was missing. Anybody who's familiar with it, because it was limited edition. I don't even think that it's something they sell anymore. Like, I did pick it up when it was on sale. Like, not I don't even know if it was on sale when I picked it up, but I don't know what made me pick it up. But because she had her other glow kits out, and all those colors are always too dark for my skin tone, and so I jumped at this palette when it came out, and then it just kind of sat there because I have like a huge collection of highlighters, but when I did open this, I've been all over it. There's the top color that's called Blue Ice. Let's see. It's a very, very pretty highlight. Like, all these highlights are very, like, intense. The ones in this palette are intense. But the thing I like about this is, like, if you're going somewhere where, like, you have to be more look more respectable, whether it be like a formal family function or an office environment, you can wear these. Like, you just have to be very light-handed. And then when you're going out, or you're going somewhere where you can let go, you can be a little more heavy-handed and really make these shine. They really build up to where it's like, wow, you can be seen from outer space. That second one is Star. That's really pretty. And then you have Purple Horseshoe. And I love this because I love any highlighter that has lavender to it. So there's that. You can see that's one swipe. I mean, God. I mean, imagine imagine wetting your fan brush and like going over and over. I mean, you really would be seen from outer space. If there was life on Mars, like, they'd contact you. This next one is called Pink Heart. Again, very bright. One swipe. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We have Lucky Clover next. And I really like this. This is unique. This is the first and like the only like yellow tinted highlighter that I've ever seen. It is. It's like yellow based, but it looks gorgeous on. And I think it would look great with not just like people like me with fair skin tones. I think it would look good with any skin tone, and it really is the first yellow based highlighter I've seen, and I absolutely love it. Now the last one's one of my favorites, and as you can see, my little girl who's crawling about on the floor behind me, when I'm doing my makeup, she likes to pick, if I leave anything on the floor, instead of up on the shelves out of her reach, like, she'll pick it up and like kids do, like drop it. She likes to hear the sound it makes, and she shattered it. So I had to go ahead and do the alcohol trick and fix it, and thankfully it did not affect the intensity of this highlighter at all. This is the Blue Moon color. and that's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous color. It's like a blue grayish type color. And I mean, this palette is gorgeous. I don't know what I was thinking not using it all that time, because I reach for it so often now. And I mean, I really have my eyes on that Aurora Glow palette, and that is going to be my next splurge. Guarantee it. Then, of course, I'm not going to get into this. I'm not going to do swatches, because all of us have seen 100, if we've seen one, of the Modern Renaissance review swatches. But I just want to say it has become one of my favorite palettes. I absolutely love it. Everything about it. I am not a big fan of a lot of neutral palettes. I have a couple, like there's a couple that I do like I have the Too Faced Natural Love. That's a perfect neutral palette for me. I cannot stand all these palettes that's nothing but browns and darker browns and earth tone colors. It's just not me. It's really not. This something like this is like would be my neutral. Absolutely love it. The colors are pigmented. They blend well. They go on smoothly. They go on evenly. You can do so many different looks with it. It's just, I mean, I'm sure, like I said, I'm not going to go on about this because so many people have done lengthy videos on the palette, so we'll just leave it at that. One of my recently acquired items. Now this, is going to seem silly. It's really not a high-end product, but it's perfect for me. Being fair-skinned, finding a bronzer that doesn't make you look like you streaked your face with mud or some orange chalk or something is very difficult to do. Before I bought this, I was using the Physicians Formula. I believe it was called the Deluxe Limited Edition bronzer, and I used it because it was the best that I had, but I wasn't crazy about it. It wasn't as matte. It had sparkles in it, and the color itself, it wasn't like orange or like too dark for there's something off about it I didn't like. And then I came across the NYC, and I never use I've never used NYC, I don't think. But I came across their bronzer in the shade Sunny, and it is exactly what I have been looking for. It's matte. It's hold on. It's a matte shade, no sparkles. It does not have like any type of orange undertones to it at all. It is very, very buttery smooth. So buttery smooth. And it's nice because with this, like, that's the first swipe on my hand. It's very buildable. You start, like, especially with fair skin people like us, we start with just one layer, blend it in really well, and then if we need to build the color up, we do so. And I know with and I always use it under my over my cream contour. I use it, as contouring. And it's been drilled into, anybody who knows anything about makeup with contouring and bronzer and all, blend, 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 blend. But it's so especially more important for those who are as pale as I, because if if I'm in a rush and I decide to just rush through that part of my makeup, I'll get in the car in like the natural light and I'll flip open the visor just to look at, like, make sure everything is like copacetic before I walk into a store, and I'll be like, oh my god, like there will be just this brown streak, like blend, 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 and it blends so easily and it just sinks right into my skin, and as you can see, I don't look like an amateur, is I guess what I'm trying to say, because I'm far from an amateur when it comes to makeup application, and it's, so it doesn't do me any justice to go out looking like I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, I was very glad to find that. It's very affordable, and it's high quality, and it's perfect for me, and I guess that's what really matters. My next thing is, between highlighter, eyeshadows, and lipstick, they're the three, like, I just collect. I can't get enough of any of them. But I came across the Revlon Ultra HD matte lip color, and I fell in love with this lipstick, period. I know I have more colors. I have 6 here to swatch for you. But I mean, I bought one and I just fell in love with the formula. It is an amazing lipstick. They have a nice array of colors. It goes on smoothly. It goes on evenly. It does not flake. Like, well, none of my lipsticks ever do, because I am very diligent about exfoliating my lips every other day, and I don't, if anyone's seen my do it yourself peppermint vanilla lip balm, that's very moisturizing. I'm very diligent about exfoliating and keeping them moisturized, as well as I'm very diligent in my skincare routine. But I think with even those who kind of slack on like the exfoliation of the lips and making sure they're moisturized, that this is a formula that won't settle in all those little lines in your lips. It doesn't flake. It fades evenly. And it even then, it takes a very long time to start fading. Like, it's very long lasting, and it's just it's a very flattering formula. So let me just swatch the 6 colors real quick, and each one of these colors look absolutely amazing, like, on me with my skin tone and all. The first one is called HD Passion. So this is one of the darker colors. I started with a couple of the lighter colors, and then went more towards like the deeper reds. So that is the Revlon Ultra HD in Passion. Very beautiful color. This next one is HD Kisses, and this is actually the first one I ever bought. This is the one that made me fall in love with the Revlon HD matte, and that's HD Kisses. A little darker than a natural lipstick, but not as dark as like a red. Beautiful color. I mean, these are all beautiful colors. Obviously, I wear them. I don't regret buying any. They all get worn equally. They're equally loved. The next one is called HD Glam. Let's see. That's more of like a natural tone lipstick for me. I really like that. This next one is I believe it's Addiction HD. Yep, HD Addiction. I believe this is another of the darker colors that I have. Yes, that's not a very good swatch at all, but that's Addiction. It's a little bit darker than the Passion. And then these next two are two of my favorite. This one is the HD Devotion. And it is one of the lighter colors, but with it being summer, that's, you know, what you tend to go towards. But this is Devotion. It's one of my favorites. And, you know, I've mentioned so many times in different videos that I'm big on a lot of the times doing a slight ombre look with my lips. And these are perfect for that. Now, this is my absolute favorite color for this season. For the spring-summer season. This is the HD Flirtation. And for this time of year we're in, it's absolutely perfect. It's like a peachy coral color. I absolutely love it. I loved the way it looks on me. It looks a little bright on like I can see that it's looking like a little bright on camera, like kind of like 80s lipstick bright, but it's not. It's a very nice adult looking, classy looking peachy coral type thing. So there are the 6 colors that I have to swatch. So these are my favorite drugstore brand lipstick. They really are. I don't have a whole lot. Like between these and the New York the NYX soft matte lip cream, I think it's called. They're the only 2 drugstore brands that I really have like what you call a collection of. And they're great. Like they're absolutely great. I love them. I absolutely love them. I went at like I used one of my Ofra lipsticks the other day, and I didn't like the way the color went with my eye look and all, so I took it off and I put one of these on, and I kind of got taken aback by the fact that like just realized like I like these better than like my Ofra, and and I love my Ofra matte liquid matte. But these are, if you're looking for, I'm so sorry. Like my daughter came in the room and she's over there playing with something. But if you're looking for a quality lipstick that does not cost a lot, but will look, feel, and behave as if it does, then this is where you go. Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color. Available in any drugstore, and Walmart, Target, places like that. So, they are my most recent, they are some of my favorite, more recent products that I have bought, just, beauty-wise. And, I could do one. I've recently acquired quite a few hair products that I've fallen in love with, that have helped me kind of, I have thin fine hair. I have recently found some really good volumizing products that do give my body a lot of lift and all, and I used to have extremely damaged fried hair because of I color treat it, and it's exposed to some kind of heat at least every other day. And before I knew better, like, it was being exposed every day. And I've recently found some really good hair products that have helped me to reverse almost all the damage. Like, of course, it didn't fix the damaged hair, but it, like, the new hair that grew in, like, I would keep it trimmed, and as the new hair grew in, now it's so much healthier. And then the products I've bought for Volume work amazing. If you'd like to see a video on the hair products, and I will warn some people who don't look to spend a lot of money. These hair products, a lot of them aren't drugstore. They're a little more expensive, and when you have hair as thin and fine as mine, you have to put a little bit more money in your hair products, because otherwise, like, you'll never be able to do anything with your hair. But if you're interested in any of that, also, I started making my own perfumes recently, and that is going really well. I have made 2 amazing scents. I've made them in a solid form, and I mean, it's gone really well. I actually wear them, and, like, I used to reach for my Chanel the One every day, and now I reach for these homemade perfumes that smell as if I bought them from a department store. And the good thing about it is, because of the beeswax in it, like, the fragrance is really long lasting. And so if you're interested in any of that, I can do a skincare video. Whether it be on the store-bought skincare products I use, or the do-it-yourself skincare products that I make. Like, I make a bunch of different face masks at home. But just let me know in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in. And if there's any products that you've tried recently that you feel should get some acknowledgement, please put it in the comments below, and I'm always up for giving anything a try. So have a good day, and I will see you later in the month. Come BoxyCharm, Ipsy, and my first Sephora bag. I'm so excited. So take care, and I'll see you then.